Hello and welcome to Clemmy Games recommends Double Kick Heroes, a rhythm game crossed with a shoot 'em up, utilizing the power of metal to destroy the undead. Developed by Headbang Club, which will be released into Steam Early Access on the 11th of April 2018. For disclosure, I received this game for free. Now with regards to both metal and rhythm games, I am an avid admirer of both, but am neither deep into the former or skilled enough at the latter. But regardless, I really like this game due to the attitude and the music. We play as a band of 5 members, Lincoln, Randy, James, Snake and Derek, who have holed themselves up without sunlight for 3 months in order to rehearse for their concert. However, the moment the lights come on, they realize that the zombie apocalypse has occurred and it is time to run. The band then makes their way across the post-apocalyptic United States, seeking answers along the way. The band uses a vehicle known as the Gundelach, which I presume is a modified Cadillac with weapons that fire off to the beat, and each level is essentially a car chase with a zombie horde bearing down on the band. As mentioned, the music by French artist El Mobo is fantastic, and I always wanted to keep playing just to hear the songs. The core rhythm game elements are present, with the note highway scrolling from right to left. Playing with the keyboard, the left arrow button controls the bottom gun, while the right arrow key controls the top. There is a target area with a dot in the middle of it, and hitting the notes within said area adds to your combo, regardless of whether the top or bottom gun is fired. Building up your combo will upgrade your guns from a pistol to a shotgun and then a cannon, which is what I have so far. There are 5 difficulty modes here, from easiest to most difficult: rock, hard rock, metal, violence, and extreme, each differing in things like the number of tracks, affecting the number of notes, and how missing notes affects your gun combo. The red and purple notes correspond to grenades and a sniper shot when fully charged, and it can get quite frenetic, especially in the later levels on higher difficulties. There are also added options for alternative controllers such as the guitar from Guitar Hero or a drum kit, which are the recommended control options, but I did not have these on hand. I mentioned the cross between a shoot 'em up and a rhythm game, since in certain levels, you are also able to control the vertical movement of the Gundelach, having to aim your shots and to avoid attacks from enemies, all while trying to hit the notes. In my opinion, this was just a little too much micromanagement for me, but I did find it to be fast and frantic. I could see this being better in co-op, with one person steering while the other concentrates on the notes, but perhaps it is just me. In terms of the writing, the characters are generally okay, with your typical stereotypes of the stern leader, the badass, the one who just wants to rock, the younger guy who has occasional spots of brilliance, and the guy who just cares about his next meal. The story itself was interesting enough, since we slowly get introduced to cults, supernatural happenings, and some pretty interesting takes on the zombie apocalypse that I will not spoil, but you may be able to discern from the footage. Every couple of levels is broken up by a hub area, where you run into a representation of a famous musician from the metal scene, and you can take missions from them, which in all cases here have just been to advance the story further. You are also able to talk to the band members for some further character development, but do be aware of swearing. I do particularly love the boss spawning though, which did get a chuckle out of me. The pixel art in this game is also fantastic, and while the character portraits don't look as nice, their in-level models and the pixel art in the hub areas look particularly great. However, this is a little bit of a shame, as most of the time, you are looking at the notes rather than the art. The developers are planning an early access period of 6 months, where they plan to add about 15 more songs and to flesh out the story mode, roughly doubling the amount of content in the early access release. There is also a level editor, as well as the option to input your own songs if you wanted to, but I wouldn't see why you would do that given that the tracks are the main attraction here. Overall, Double Kick Heroes is a fantastic rhythm game utilizing a custom-made metal soundtrack. The songs are fantastic, the world interesting, but the minute-to-minute action is just a tad too intense. Regardless, great game even in early access, and I look forward to more tracks being put out. Anyway, that will do it for this video. Thank you for watching. Be sure to subscribe, follow me on Twitter, follow my Steam curator, and check out the subreddit to keep up with the best indie games, and I will see you in the next video.